Data as a product refers to both the conceptualization and treatment of data within an organization or business as if it were a traditional tangible product. What do I mean by that? Well, when you think about a tangible product, either in a store or your favorite online marketplace, you're thinking about things that meet a specific need or add a specific value to your life. They're serving a benefit immediately as packaged. You don't have to do a lot of additional transformations to them before they're adding value to your life. And when you think about who's best positioned to own that product and make decisions about it, you're not thinking about those that are manufacturing the steel or the plastic or the wood. And you're not even thinking about the co-packers or those who are next in line to improve it. You're thinking about those who are closest to the final product itself, those who are closest to the value being added to the consumer. Those are the people who are best positioned to make decisions about what that product needs and best positioned to own it. And while you can see when we're talking about traditional products, that makes perfect sense. You can see why this has been done this way for a very long time. And so all we're doing is saying it's time to apply those best practices in product design, delivery, and maintenance to the data within your organization. And what that does for you is that allows you to really tie your business strategy directly with your data strategy, because that's the foundation of data as a product in and of itself. The products that you're building are inherently tied to business value. And so it allows you to align those seamlessly. I would say as you're thinking about this, a word of caution, you really do want to come with a balance of the products that you're building that enable your workforce to do their job more efficiently and effectively, and the products you're building that actually help the business make better decisions, faster decisions, innovate, optimize opportunities for growth, increase your speed to market. If you're focusing too heavily on the next line of data producers, like your data analysts and your scientists, and you're focusing too much on building data products that just allow them to then make additional transformations faster, your consumer may still be getting the same Excel spreadsheet that they always received. And so to them, they might not be seeing a benefit other than they get the spreadsheet more regularly and the data are of better quality. So you just really want to maintain that balance to ensure you're both meeting your workforce's needs and your end consumers' needs. If I think of an analogy, I'm thinking if car manufacturers only focused on building products that help their people build faster cars, you would have a lot of consumers who want to know where their weather mats are and where the cages are to keep their dog from jumping, from the back seat to the front seat. So you just want to maintain that balance as you're thinking about this journey. So once you've identified the value that you want to add and the business need that you want to meet with this data product, building the data product itself is just about including all of the defined data sets and sources needed, along with the other pieces that you need to make this product useful. Things like the metadata, the code, the infrastructure, things like the governance policies, the access policies. You want to make sure, just like with a traditional product, that everything you need to make that product useful is contained within the data product itself. And by doing that, you ensure consistency with the data product. You ensure quality. You ensure the usefulness. You ensure that when you want to make changes to it, you can, because it's self-contained and easy to do that. So the data product itself, again, is just about packaging what you've learned when you tried to understand the business value and the need that you're meeting to make sure that you have everything that the consumer needs to do what they want to do with that product. As we discussed before, when we talk about treating data as a product, we're talking about encapsulating everything that's required for that data product to add value for the consumers of it within the product itself. So everything you need is self-contained with it. And when you pair that with the people who are responsible for that product and own that product are the ones that are closest to it and the consumers of it, you're talking about a product that is self-contained and people who are in charge of it who deeply understand the usage of it. And when you put those two things together, you develop a pattern where you can adapt very quickly to change. And so when you think about the traditional ways of, I'm going to fill out a form, a business requirements document, and someone who doesn't understand me is going to build this for me, even if we're in conversation with one another, we see a lot of times where what is being built just doesn't meet the need. And not only that, it takes months and months for those things to get built versus like minutes or days when you're talking about treating data as a product. We also see sort of on the other side of the coin, when you're not working with the consumer, this if you build it, they will come mentality, where organizations are building a bunch of things that they think will be useful for the customer, and they're not. And we see, or maybe they are, but they can't find them, right? So we see a lot of redundancy and waste in that when you're not really shifting to that data as a product mindset and putting the ownership and the consumption and the management of it with those who are best suited to do that very quickly and effectively. So in terms of quantifiable outcomes, we've seen our clients achieve up to 60% faster business impact, 4 times greater ability to scale. We've seen them really accelerate and unlock actionable insights. We've seen them drive innovation and growth. We've seen an increased fostering of collaboration and knowledge sharing. Remember, we're reducing these silos. We're building these products directly tied to the user. So there's no, I need to find a product I can use. It's here's the product that's going to meet your need. You can uncover new opportunities, including monetizing your data. We've seen our folks really greatly accelerate their time to market and streamline data management and really optimize that resource allocation. There's not wasted resources building products that don't quite align. There's not the wasted resources of your analysts trying to do additional transformations that are hidden to everyone else, those duplications. So we've seen a lot really enhancing that efficiency. And really giving you the ability to continuously evolve. And I think that's the most important outcome of treating data as a product for businesses, because it can really help organizations prepare for that continuous change and evolution across their data environment. So as your needs change and the markets change and your infrastructure needs continue to evolve, managing data as a product really ensures that your strategy, your use cases, and your processes can evolve right alongside with them. So once you've aligned your business vision with what data as a product can do for you, it's time to rally support and get your champions across the organization. And when you think about who you want to bring in, you really want to secure buy-in from members across all of the different sections of your group. So you want to have a good representation from your IT and technical side, as well as from the business side, because remember, data as a product is not just about engineering the product itself. It's about ensuring the value to consumers. So you really want to have a set of people that are working with you that understand that complete life cycle and understand the value that they need from your data. Once you all are aligned and you understand not only how data as a product can help the business itself, but can help those individual groups meet their own goals and needs, it's time to really think about how you're going to adopt a product mindset across your organization. And so you want to think about the usability, the viability, the feasibility of your data. You want to think about good design and development, and you want to make sure that those who are creating the data products and those who are trying to understand the need from consumers of those products are really adopting that product mindset and treating the data as if it were a tangible product like we had talked about before. You also want to think about a clear product life cycle and even ensuring product maintenance, because once you build these great products that are aligned to your consumers' needs and they love them and they're using them, you want to make sure that you're maintaining that trust, that you're maintaining that usability. So it's really important to understand and establish, how are you going to treat this life cycle? Who is going to own it, right? We talked about the ownership and the governance being in the hands of those who are closest to the product. So be very deliberate about assigning those product owners. Be very clear about the expectations that you have for them. And be very supportive as they work through this, right? As a business leader, when you're thinking about adopting this, once you set up your team, your work is not done. You have to continually really reinforce this product mindset, make sure that all of your teams are supported, and that you understand what to do not only through the development and delivery of the product, but also the maintenance and even into enhancing and adding new features for it. And so to put a bow on it, when we talk about data as a product, what we really mean is just applying best practices, best proven practices from product and engineering to your data. And by doing that, you allow yourself to move much faster. You allow yourself to drive innovation. You're not wasting time on building the same things over and over again. You're not wasting time on building things that someone may or may not find useful, or may not even be able to find because it's on a computer on Susan's desk, right? And so it's really important to think through how you're going to approach it, but Think through like how it can really help change your organization and really drive that innovation and growth that you're trying to achieve.